There are roads that lead you home, and there are roads that lead you somewhere darker. Places where time doesn't move forward, where silence feels alive, and where every shadow has a story. Tonight, I'll take you into one such place, a place where travelers stop to rest, but never wake up the same. This is the story of the Moonlight Motel and the cursed room number 6. Hey everyone, I'm AJ, and welcome to Beyond with AJ Stories. Let's start. Ethan drove down the empty highway, his eyes heavy from hours behind the wheel. Rain had been falling for miles, the wipers smearing streaks of water across his windshield. The road was lonely, flanked by skeletal trees on both sides, their branches reaching out like claws. He checked the time on his phone, 1:42 a.m. His gas tank was almost empty, and the exhaustion made his body ache. That's when he saw it. A flickering neon sign glowing faintly in the distance. Moonlight Motel. The glow looked weak, as if struggling to stay alive. Half the letters were broken. From far away, it read more like Mu-Ulmat than Moonlight Motel. Still, Ethan had no choice. He pulled into the cracked asphalt parking lot. Only 2 other cars sat there, both old, rusted, as if abandoned years ago. The building itself was a 2-story rectangle, paint peeling from its walls, the windows dusty and lifeless, but it was shelter, and that's all Ethan needed. Inside the small lobby, a single dim bulb buzzed overhead. Behind the counter sat an old woman with sunken eyes, her skin pale as wax. She didn't greet him, didn't even blink. She just slid a rusted key across the counter. The key had a metal tag attached, etched with a number, 6. Ethan forced a smile. Thanks. Just for one night. The old woman's lips trembled, but no sound came out. She only raised her finger and pointed at the corridor. Something about her stare made him uneasy, but exhaustion won. He picked up the key and walked down the hallway. The corridor was long and narrow, lined with faded wallpaper that had water stains shaped like faces. The carpet beneath his feet squished damply. A faint smell of mildew and rot lingered in the air. He found room 6. The door was scratched as if someone had clawed at it from the inside. When he pushed it open, the hinges groaned. The room was small. One bed with a faded floral blanket, a wooden chair, a flickering lamp, and a bathroom door slightly ajar. Ethan dropped his bag and collapsed onto the bed. He barely noticed how cold the sheets felt, or how the air inside seemed thicker than outside. Sleep claimed him quickly. At 3 a.m., Ethan awoke suddenly. The room was silent, but not empty. A faint whisper echoed from the corner. He sat up, heart racing. Hello? No response, but the whisper grew louder, like 100 voices speaking at once, too fast to understand. Then, the bathroom light flicked on by itself. The door creaked open wider. Ethan, trembling, stepped out of bed and walked toward it. Inside, the mirror above the sink flickered, like static on a broken TV screen. And then he saw it, his reflection, smiling. But Ethan wasn't smiling. His face was pale, mouth frozen in fear. Yet the reflection grinned wider and whispered his name. Ethan. He stumbled back, shaking his head. This isn't real. I'm just tired. The light flickered off. The whispers stopped. The mirror went dark. When daylight finally bled through the dirty curtains, Ethan rushed to the lobby. The old woman sat exactly where she had been, as if she hadn't moved all night. Hey, Ethan said, trying to sound casual. Weird question. Has anyone ever complained about room 6? The woman's eyes widened. She leaned forward slowly, her lips trembling. Nobody has stayed in room 6 since 1987. Ethan frowned. What do you mean? I slept there last night. Her shaking hands reached under the counter. She pulled out a folded newspaper, yellowed with age. The headline read, Traveler found dead in room 6, motel shuts down after mysterious deaths. Ethan felt his throat tighten. His hands trembled as he looked at the article, and then he froze. The photo printed on the page was of him. Same face, same eyes, same tired look. No, that's impossible, Ethan whispered. He dropped the paper and staggered back. The woman's voice cracked as she spoke. You should not be here. Ethan refused to believe it. He stormed out of the lobby, searching the parking lot, but his car was gone. Only the two rusted cars remained, their license plates faded beyond recognition. The air smelled like burnt rubber and rot. Panicking, Ethan ran to the room again. Inside, everything looked older. The bed was rotting, the lamp broken, dust thick on every surface. On the nightstand lay an old guest book. He opened it. The last entry was dated 1987, written in shaky handwriting, "Room 6, never again. They won't let me leave, determined to prove he wasn't crazy." Ethan stayed in the room again that night. At 3 a.m., the whispers returned. Louder this time, clearer. They weren't random anymore. They were chanting, "Welcome back, Ethan. Welcome back." The bathroom door slammed shut on its own. The lamp flickered violently. The mirror lit up with static. And there, in the reflection, Ethan saw something, not just himself, but a second figure standing behind him. A tall, shadowy man with hollow eyes. The figure gripped Ethan's shoulders, but when he turned around, nothing was there. He spun back to the mirror. Now the words were scrawled across the glass in dripping red. "Welcome back, Ethan." His breath caught in his throat. The whispers became screams, deafening, shaking the walls. The door slammed shut. He was trapped. Ethan looked into the mirror one last time and saw himself lying lifeless on the bed. Ethan screamed, slamming his fists against the glass. The reflection didn't move. It was his corpse, pale, eyes open, mouth frozen in a silent scream. He stumbled back, chest tightening. The whispers turned into a single voice, deep, echoing. "You never checked out, and you never will." The light exploded. The room went black, and Ethan was gone. So, the next time you're driving down a lonely road and you see a flickering neon sign for the Moonlight Motel, remember Ethan's story. Remember room 6. And if someone ever hands you a key with that number carved into it, turn around, drive away, because some rooms don't want you to leave, and if you enter, they'll make sure you stay forever. Until we meet again in the next chilling tale, keep your lights on, because shadows may be closer than you think. This is AJ signing off. Sweet dreams. If you can, stories that take you beyond into the darkness.